another thing I wanted to bring up was you passed along this this video. It was like a voiceover video of Big Sean called Reality, where you said at one point in your life you watch this over and over and over again, and you watch it several times a year. So what was it about this video in particular that struck you and stayed with you?
So that's a great video. You'll add that to like the show notes, right? So people
Of
can check it
course.
out. Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So I was gonna say what it was called, but it's basically Big Sean talking about the law of attraction. And I'm not the biggest person when it comes to like I'm a believer in it, but I'm not the biggest person to in manifestation and law of attraction. But I'll explain my experience with it. There's a time when there was a time in Binghamton when I was going through that tough period with soccer, and I would leave workouts, and like I said, like the future, when I wrote that, the future, I didn't know what was next for me. I was really trying to figure it out, but I'll listen to that video in my car over and over and over, just like in the car. Like that, it's a 5 minute video. I'd watch it like probably watch it 100 times, like in that spring. But the best things that have happened to me is when I felt this feeling of, so there's a good transfer here. So there's this guy, Dr. Andrew Huberman. He was just on Lex Friedman podcast, and Joe Rogan's been on him. And he talks about how dopamine is when you know you're on the right path, right?
Mm.
So there are times when I would be driving. So I talk about the photo booth company, right? This was 2 years ago. I would drive 7 hours upstate from Long Island to do one event, make
Wow.
$800, and like I did that probably 10 times, 20 times, like long days. But there was times in there where I knew what was happening. I knew the events were coming in. I knew I was making money. I knew things progress was making, and the vision I had for the company and like just growing it, I would feel it like in my bones. And I would, this is where it gets a little weird, but if you're into law of attraction, you know what I'm talking about. I would drive in the car and record voice notes of myself reacting to moving into my first warehouse, moving into my first office. And I did exactly
Wow.
that a month ago. We had to leave because of COVID, but it still happened. And like, I remember it so vivid. I still have the voice notes of like me in the car, just feeling like I was in that moment. Like I feel it now, like goosebumps, but you'll only feel that when you're doing work to get there. It only happened because I was driving 10 hours doing what no one else would do. And that kind of like, that's a law of attraction to me, like feeling an event before it happens, experiencing an event before it happens. And so that video helped me with that.